In the world of modern warfare, where precision, stealth, and speed define military supremacy, Russia's Kalibr 3M-14 cruise missile continues to stand as a formidable symbol of long-range strike capability. Welcome to Motor Authority, where defense technology meets precision analysis. Today, we're diving deep into the architecture, operation, and strategic relevance of the 3M-14 Kalibr missile in 2025. Developed by the Russian defense conglomerate NPO Novator, the Kalibr series has evolved from Soviet-era missile concepts into one of the most strategically significant weapons in Russia's modern arsenal. The 3M-14, often compared to the American Tomahawk, represents the land attack variant within the Kalibr family, capable of delivering high-precision strikes on ground targets from sea-based platforms. It made international headlines during Russia's military operations in Syria and Ukraine, showcasing its range and versatility. In 2025, the 3M-14 missile continues to be an integral part of Russia's naval strategy. It has undergone subtle but impactful modifications since its first combat use, adapting to a rapidly changing technological landscape and increasingly complex battlefield requirements. This missile is now a core element in Russia's approach to asymmetric warfare, designed not only to hold NATO assets at risk but also to provide standoff attack options without putting manned aircraft in harm's way. One of the most critical aspects of the Kalibr 3M-14 is its launch versatility. It can be launched from both surface ships and submarines, giving the Russian Navy a flexible and mobile strike platform. Ships like the Admiral Grigorovich-class frigates and Kilo-class submarines have been outfitted with vertical launch systems to deploy these missiles. The 3M-14's range is a subject of much debate in the West, but estimates suggest it can travel between 1,500 and 2,500 kilometers, depending on its variant and payload configuration. This enables it to strike targets deep within enemy territory while the launch platform remains outside the reach of most defensive systems. When fired, the missile utilizes a solid fuel booster for its initial stage, after which a turbofan engine takes over for sustained flight. It cruises at subsonic speeds around 0.8 Mach, flying low to the terrain to avoid radar detection. What makes it especially lethal is its ability to follow a pre-programmed route with multiple waypoints, adjusting its path to avoid known radar sites and air defenses. In its terminal phase, the 3M-14 executes evasive maneuvers to reduce its chances of interception, increasing its likelihood of hitting the intended target. The guidance system is equally sophisticated. The missile employs an inertial navigation system, INS, supplemented by satellite updates, likely GLONASS. In the final seconds of flight, it switches to terrain contour matching, TERCOM, and digital scene matching area correlation, DSMAC, which allow it to strike with a circular error probable, SEP, of just a few meters. This high precision means the 3M-14 can be used against a wide variety of targets, say from fixed infrastructure like command centers and airfields to mobile radar units and hardened bunkers. In 2025, Russia has also experimented with integrating newer technologies into the Kalibr system. Some intelligence reports suggest that certain 3M-14 variants may include electronic countermeasure capabilities, which can confuse or jam enemy radar systems during the missile's terminal approach. There are also hints that Russia is testing data link capabilities, allowing mid-course updates to be sent to the missile, enhancing its responsiveness to dynamic battlefield conditions. Another dimension of the Kalibr's importance lies in its geopolitical utility. By deploying these missiles on relatively small vessels, Russia has extended its strategic reach without necessarily escalating the size of its navy. For instance, by an M-class corvette. Say small ships not traditionally associated with long-range strike have launched Kalibr missiles during military operations. This turns even regional naval patrols into strategic missions with global impact. In terms of payload, the 3M-14 can be equipped with either a high-explosive or a submunition warhead, and there are persistent but unconfirmed reports of a nuclear-capable version. While the nuclear variant remains shrouded in secrecy, its mere existence changes the strategic calculations of NATO and other observers. It gives Russia the option to deploy tactical nuclear weapons covertly via submarines or surface ships, particularly in contested regions like the Black Sea or the Eastern Mediterranean. From a countermeasure standpoint, the Kalibr missile poses a serious challenge. Its slow radar cross-section, terrain-hugging flight profile, and potential for saturation strikes, say firing multiple missiles simultaneously, make it difficult for even advanced air defense systems to intercept effectively. While systems like the Aegis combat system or the Israeli Iron Dome have demonstrated capabilities against various missile threats, defending against a coordinated Kalibr strike remains a complex and costly endeavor. In 2025, the missile is also seen as part of Russia's broader effort to establish anti-access/area denial (A2/AD) zones. By deploying Kalibr-equipped ships in key maritime choke points such as the Baltic Sea, the Black Sea, and the Eastern Mediterranean, Russia can deter or disrupt NATO operations in these areas. The missile's range allows it to cover vast swaths of Europe, the Middle East, and parts of Asia without the need for forward-deployed bases. As with any weapon system, the effectiveness of the Kalibr depends not just on its specifications but also on the doctrine behind its use. Russia's military doctrine has increasingly emphasized preemptive and retaliatory strikes, especially in scenarios involving regional conflict or perceived existential threats. In this context, the Kalibr serves as both a practical tool of war and a psychological weapon. The knowledge that any Russian frigate, corvette, or submarine may be carrying long-range precision missiles complicates the planning and risk assessments of any opposing force. The 3M-14's operational record speaks for itself. From Syria to Ukraine, it has proven its value in real-world combat, striking key infrastructure and military targets with precision. Each launch sends a message, a signal of reach, resolve, and readiness. In the grand chessboard of global military power, weapons like the Kalibr aren't just pieces, they're strategic moves. As we look to the future, questions remain. Will the Kalibr be replaced by newer hypersonic or AI-guided systems? Will its legacy inspire similar weapons among other nations? For now, in 2025, it remains a centerpiece of Russia's naval power, a sleek, deadly, and deeply integrated into the country's vision of 21st century warfare. Thanks for watching Motor Authority. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the technologies shaping global defense, one system at a time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with our latest deep dives into military tech from around the world.